Soul Leveling haters are about to be real quiet after episode 6. In actuality, they'll probably be just as loud as ever, but anyone who says we watch this show because of the action, I mean, I'm sure there are people who do that, but no matter how many times I come up here week after week and primarily talk about the writing, or the OST or the voice acting, people will still be like, you just like sword being swung, and it's like, Jesus. Whatever people are smoking, I do not want anything they are, because it be clouding their mind way too much. We just watched our main character, Jin-Woo, go through a crisis, because this isn't the first time he's almost been left for dead. The first time when those statues came crumbling down, he had a choice. Accept some weird system saying, do you want to join as a player or you're about to die? Of course he accepts it. And then everything after that has been a mystery. Why is there this many? Why does he have to do these daily quests? If he doesn't, he gets a penalty. He knows those exist. And he comes into an episode like this. He solos the spider boss. And in comes the goons, who basically are like, well, clearly, the dude with the fancy armor, Jin-Oh, is the one who did it, right? Because Jin-Ho is literally, he's a higher rank than our boy. So ultimately, he had to have been the one to do it. The spider must have been weak. Go kill that dude and, all's well that ends well. Makes sense. They think this kid with this fancy armor probably has some pretty crazy skills and they don't want to accidentally lose an arm. They're being logical. They basically launch a rocket at our main character, who's, once again, kind of on death's doorstep. That had to hurt like a biatch. And the fact that he gets a menu system that pops up. New quests. Kill 6 dudes. They're gonna kill you. If you don't do this, you're gonna die. The scene of watching a character lose his humanity is a very hard thing to write correctly, because you have to make it feel genuine. And if you really consider the first near-death experience that our MC in Soul Leveling went through, ultimately, this isn't his first time. He gets up and the first kill, that first slice, how easily he cuts through a human life and how he looks at himself and he feels disgusted. He feels like this isn't right. Unfortunately for him, he's at a situation where he has to toss his humanity away, else not only will he die, but that kid behind him, who clearly doesn't deserve to get massacred, will as well. And the idea that after he's done killing 6 people, he's changed. This is a different man than who we started off with, and tossing your humanity away, and it's very quick, it's pretty subtle in a lot of ways, but that writing, that Sawano OST drop, turning what could have been an edgy scene into something incredibly emotional, but most importantly, the VA for those lines, for this MC, just really getting across the pain of, this isn't what I want, but if this system's gonna use me for some sick game, I'm going to use it to keep me alive in a world that literally is kill or be killed, and the people who want to target the weak, what if I kill those people because they're gonna try to kill me? It's just such a well-written scene. I have a full live reaction episode 6 of that solo leveling greatness over on my Patreon, so if you want to see my full and good thoughts as we watch today's incredible episode, it's over there if you're interested. This is one of those episodes that doesn't reward you once, it rewards you twice. We get the spider boss fight, which was awesome. We get to see a lot of cool mechanics at play, but man, that moment at the end, the fact that we just didn't jump into killing, there was a little bit of dialogue. The thing about the goons, the 6 of them, the leader of the pact, right? As much as he's a scumbag, everything he said or did from last week to this week makes logical sense if you're looking at it from a business mindset, or you're playing a video game and you're just trying to make the most evil choices that will benefit you the most. The idea of taking 2 weak people to fill out your party, those people are naturally going to die on missions like these. You get to be able to take on the quest, but you don't have to share in as much of the reward. The dude stumbles in, sees the kid with the fancy armor, and the E-rank adventurer who looks like he doesn't belong here. Naturally, the thought process is, the spider must have been a lot weaker than we thought, and the kid's weapons must be a lot more dangerous than we thought. Hey kid, kill that E-rank and we'll let you come with us. And clearly what the plan was, is once that kid came with you, they would have stabbed him in the back because they didn't want to take any chances. As scummy as the leader was, his mindset made sense. And the idea that, initially when the first person dies, The response is, what the it makes no sense. That shouldn't happen. No one's ever discovered something like that. I mean, they do establish earlier in the episode that some hunters like to conceal their rank, and basically they just get a thrill out of killing, so naturally the thought process evolves for all parties involved, at least who got to live up to that point, that, well, our boy's been concealing his rank because that makes the most sense. And by the time we got to that begging scene of, please bro, I'll give you like 2 times the reward, like, this is fine. That look. This should be an edgy scene, and maybe on paper it technically still counts as one, but between the amazing voice acting, the MC deserves a reward, an award. I don't give him a raise. I mean, I'm pretty sure he literally ripped a few episodes back his vocal cords to the point that he was coughing up blood in the recording booth. But every time I hear this man go absolutely raw, the script's good, but it's the VA that elevates it. This is like, I don't know, man. Like, this to me is like taking Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and taking a character and just taking it to that next level, being like, there's no one else to play that role. For me, this voice actor, same thing. I am not a dub hater. I think there are plenty of great English dubs. I ain't watching Soul Leveling in anything other than this right here, as it is, because holy hell, man, the rawness in that VA, the animation, I don't give a shit. There's so many times I see people say no. The thing on the production side that makes me so excited is the voice acting and OST. The animation is really good at multiple points, but those are the star attractions, the audio design, man. And it's not even just like it's only the MC. Everyone is casted extremely well. Like, the scumbags coming in, you think they sound so arrogant, but then they do shit that's like actually pretty impressive. Like, they launched our boy into a bunch of crystals. Like, that would kill most people or keep them down for the count for most people. Absolutely stellar. The boss fight with the spider, I was like, oh, just cut off the legs, right? Because if you think of, do you want to fight a spider or do you want to fight a snake? To me, the spider would be the easier one because you just cut off its legs and then it would fall over and then you could stab its head. That thing was made out of adamantium or something. I don't know. Its exoskeleton just wouldn't crack. And it's a good thing we have full recoveries. Those things are going to come in clutch. I forgot about them. He's been getting a lot of daily rewards. I haven't been paying as much attention as I should outside of like, oh, this is what he got. No, those things are going to come in clutch because when he was at like 70% like winded status or like he was fatigued or whatever, that full recovery is the only reason he didn't die there. So it's a good thing not only did he get another one at the end of this episode, I think he has a few stored right now. He also got a pretty nasty skill that can do 50% debuff to all skills to whoever he targets, and he can target multiple people. That's gonna be pretty crazy for murderous intent, but boy, man, that's pretty sick. And the idea of his blades, because they apply a paralysis and like a draining status each time you stab, so like you can see it on a couple of the humanoid characters that he's fighting, right? The 2 of the bandits or whatever, they can't move and then they ultimately just cough up blood and die. He did the same thing to the spider, repeatedly just stabbed in the eyes, and holy shit, man, like, it's no wonder Jin-Ho was like, basically, boss, daddy, do you need anything? You want a drink? You want me to carry your things? As far as you know, that dude's a psychopath, and if he is an evil, murderous, killing intent, you want to work for him? I can't respect this kid more than I already did. I said it last week, I thought he was going to be the downfall for that party because kid in rich armor, daddy bought him everything he want, is always the reason shit hits the fan. This dude's best boy, 100%. I love it when a character acts logically. So many times you would have a situation where he would just run away like, holy shit, this guy's crazy, I want to get out of here before he kills me too. And if our boy was actually a crazy lunatic, he would kill him. But if he actually was, right? Let's say our main character was actually evil and a psychopath. Say yes, boss. Yeah, you did a great job, boy. Do you want anything? And when he's not looking, then you run. The fact that he was just like scared so shitless that he just he was mining those crystals. He's like, don't worry, you don't have to lift a finger, I got this. The kid realized that this dude was as crazy as he thought he was. He needs to be on his good side, and I have respect for him for that. And by the end of the whole exchange, once they got out there, he's pretty much just like, I don't think he's crazy, but he's the boss for sure. And I'm like, you goddamn right he is. I respected that, and I think there could be a genuine friendship brewing there. It's just we got to get rid of the nerves of the day, because holy shit, man, our boy just tossed his humanity away. And in doing so, we got one of the best episodes that you're going to watch this anime season. This was a great episode. The action, the animation, the tossing of the humanity, the writing, the voice acting, it was incredible. And if this ain't gonna silence the haters, I don't know what will. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on this week's solo leveling episode down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around, of course ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we had that full live reaction, and hey, while you're over on my Patreon, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we have Bob Johnson, Uhara Kazuri, Kevin Lamb, Hazem Seifel, Jun Liu, and Jessica L. Compton. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.